Hi, this is Dr. Judy Hollis, and welcome again to my blog, Dr. Hollis, Weight Loss, Solace. Again, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the latest research that we're finding regarding overeating and various other ideas that we deal with in our Super Slim for Good program. By the way, if you want to get on our mailing list, please sign up at the webpage, superslimforgood.com, because we're going to have a lot of interesting special offers there, as well as teleseminars and free webinars. So I want to tell you about this journal, the Journal of Groups in Addiction and Recovery. I happen to be one of the editorial board of this journal, a professional journal, but I also really like to read it each month that it comes out. And recently there was an article about therapeutic communities. So I want to talk to you a little bit about therapeutic communities. My first training as an addiction counselor happened in therapeutic communities. This was in the Phoenix House program in New York City, and that program was started by people who had left the program Synanon. Synanon was started out here in Los Angeles by Chuck Dieterich, and he adopted some concepts from Alcoholics Anonymous and some other ideas that were going on in England about therapeutic communities, namely some taught by R.D. Laing, a very famous psychiatrist. You may have noted in my book, Fat is a Family Affair and Fat and Furious, I quoted Laing twice in that line that he says, "The Stone Age baby is born to the 20th century mother, and that's where the process of violation begins." And what he's saying there is that we all have the same makings that we had as little Stone Age babies, but it's our mother's job to civilize us to be able to live in this culture. And that creates a lot of conflict, and that's why many of us are conflicted about reward and punishment, and that battle gets battled out in the plate. But anyway, about therapeutic communities. So my earliest training was at Phoenix House, and the idea was that there was very similar to like in a Buddhist monastery. In a Buddhist monastery, they talk about samu, which means work yoga, and that you learn about yourself through your work. Well, at Phoenix House, we gave many assignments to various people to do work. Some of them were sent on job assignments to go out and try to get donations of furniture. Some people were put on construction, some people worked as cook, some people worked in the office, some people worked as greeters at the door. And what was very important to us was to, and I do this in my retreats as well as did them in hospital treatment programs. What was very important was not to give a person the job they were really good at. If a person had been a really good carpenter on the outside, even though we needed good carpentry to get the house built, we wouldn't put that person on that job, because a big part of recovery is going with the opposite and trying to find other parts of yourself. So we would purposely put that person in a job, excuse me, where they felt awkward and where it didn't work for them as well, where they didn't feel successful right away. The main thing a therapeutic community program did was teach us that recovery can happen in the real world while you're living an ordinary day, which is also a concept in Buddhism. Live an ordinary day and learn what you'll learn there. So it wasn't so much about the past and about digging up memories of your trauma. It was more about how do you walk this ordinary day. So I have found that a lot of my earliest imprinting happened in therapeutic communities, which are now being touted in this journal and others as a new direction. Excuse me, I think I'll stop for today. So come and talk to me on superslimforgood.com.